Johnny Depp, a renowned actor, began his career as a regular on the TV series 21 Jump Street. Depp has assembled a remarkably diverse collection of film roles, the majority of which have one thing in common: he is drawn to playing outcasts or people on the fringes of society who go their own way, and going his own way has certainly been a hallmark of this much-awarded actor's career. In his nearly four-decade career, which began with 1984's A Nightmare on Elm Street, Depp has received 10 Golden Globe Award nominations, including Best Actor for the 2007 musical Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Depp received his third Academy Award nomination for that film, following Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl in 2003 and Finding Neverland in 2004. Depp has also been nominated for 3 Screen Actors Guild Awards, winning one for Pirates of the Caribbean, and 2 BAFTA Awards for Best Actor. He has collaborated with director Tim Burton on numerous occasions, including roles in Edward Scissorhands, Ed Wood, Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, and Sweeney Todd, 10th on the list. Alice in Wonderland, 2010, IMDb rating 6.4. Alice in Wonderland is a 2010 fantasy adventure film directed by Tim Burton from a screenplay written by Linda Woolverton and produced by Walt Disney Pictures. Although young Mia Wasikowska plays the titular role in this Tim Burton-directed blockbuster, all eyes are on Depp's performance as the maddest of Mad Hatters. With his vivid orange hair and huge top hat, Depp's Hatter is a walking representation of Tim Burton's flicks. Still, Depp takes the time to reveal the Hatter's compassionate side. In his scenes with Alice, he forms a bond with her, maybe realizing that they are both outsiders in this bizarre paradise. Depp's performance earned him an 11th Golden Globe nomination, the number 9 on the list. Public Enemies, 2009, IMDb rating 7. Public Enemies is a 2009 biographical crime drama film directed by Michael Mann. It is an adaptation of Brian Burroughs' 2004 non-fiction book Public Enemies, America's Greatest Crime Wave and the Birth of the FBI, 1933-34. Set during the Great Depression, the film chronicles the final years of the notorious bank robber John Dillinger, Johnny Depp, as he is pursued by FBI agent Melvin Purvis, Christian Bale, Dillinger's relationship with Billy Frechette, Marion Cotillard, as well as Purvis' pursuit of Dillinger's associates and fellow criminals John Red Hamilton, Jason Clarke, Homer Van Meter, Stephen Dorff, Harry Pierpont, David Wenham, and Babyface Nelson, Stephen Graham. In Michael Mann's criminal saga, which depicts the final years of bank robber extraordinaire John Dillinger and his persistent pursuer FBI agent Melvin Purvis, Christian Bale. Depp has a large canvas on which to play. Depp's portrayal of Dillinger was that of a rock star, unafraid of authority, an image that appealed to a populace ravaged by the Great Depression. The way he carries himself as Dillinger, along with the fact that he is constantly on the run, necessitates a physicality in Depp's performance, which he more than delivers. Number 8 on the list, Into the Woods, 2014, IMDb rating 5.9. In 2014, Rob Marshall directed the musical fantasy film Into the Woods, based on Stephen Sondheim's 1987 Broadway musical. James Lapine wrote the screenplay. The plot revolves around a childless couple who set out to break a curse cast on them by a spiteful witch, and the characters are forced to face the unforeseen consequences of their actions. In his second Stephen Sondheim musical, Depp plays the big bad wolf, who uses all of his charming talents to entice Little Red Riding Hood to her grandmother's house so that the wolf can eat a delicious meal. But what Depp does in the wolf's iconic song, Hello, Little Girl, is perform it with a definite sexual overtone, which, given Little Red Riding Hood's young age, raises the creepiness factor to 11. But it does give Into the Woods an adult jolt, which helps the film stand out from the normal Disney kiddie fluff. 7th on the list, Charlie and the Chocolate Family, 2005, IMDb rating 6.7. The 2005 musical fantasy film Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, written by John August and directed by Tim Burton, is based on Roald Dahl's 1964 British novel of the same name. The plot revolves around Charlie, who wins a sweepstakes with 4 other children and is taken on a tour of Wonka's chocolate factory by Wonka. This Tim Burton adaptation of the popular Roald Dahl children's novel is significantly darker, and hence closer to Dahl's tone. than Gene Wilder's 1971 Willy Wonka film. If you're looking for a darker Willy Wonka, Depp is the man. Yes, his candy mogul is flamboyantly larger than life, but Depp makes it plain that his Willy Wonka has been hurt before, and being the beloved candy man is his method of coping. Depp earned his 6th Golden Globe nomination for Best Actor for his role as Willy, the number 6 on the list. Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street, 2002, IMDb rating 7.3. Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street is a 2007 musical slasher film directed by Tim Burton from a screenplay by John Logan. It is based on the stage musical of the same name by Stephen Sondheim and Hugh Wheeler, which in turn is based on the 1970 play Sweeney Todd by Christopher Bond. Stephen Sondheim, Depp's first journey into the realm of musical theater, proved to be extremely useful. Depp won a Golden Globe for his performance as Sweeney Todd and was nominated for an Oscar and SAG award. Sweeney is one of the most sinister roles an actor can play, as a vindictive barber who slashes his rivals' throats and supplies the filling for his partner's wealthy meat pie business, all set to Sondheim's thrilling tunes. Depp gave one of his greatest performances, number 5 on the list, Ed Wood, 1994, IMDb rating 7.8. Tim Burton directed and produced the 1994 biographical comedy-drama picture Ed Wood, starring Johnny Depp as the cult filmmaker. The plot revolves around Ed Wood, an eccentric director who is chastised by the mainstream media for his odd low-budget films but eventually establishes an underground culture and cult following. Depp collaborated with director Tim Burton once more on this genuinely one-of-a-kind project, a black-and-white biography of Ed Wood, a transvestite whom many believe the worst director in history. Ironically, the film ended up at the Walt Disney Company. For all of Wood's frustrations, Depp imbued the character with a Capra-esque optimism about his position in life, implying that Wood may have doubts about this himself. Depp was nominated for his 4th Golden Globe for this performance, 4th on the list. Edward Scissorhands, 1990, IMDb rating 7.9. Ed Wood is a 1994 biographical comedy-drama film directed and produced by Tim Burton. The plot suggests that Edward, a synthetic man with scissor hands, is taken in by Peg, a compassionate Avon lady, following the death of his inventor. Things get worse when he gets accused of a crime he did not commit. Depp was nominated for his 1st Golden Globe for his role as Edward, a creation of the inventor, Vincent Price, who handed the artificial young man scissors rather than hands. In the first of many film collaborations with director Tim Burton, Depp gives Edward a remarkable capacity for empathy, even if the strange young man is unsure of his surroundings. The home of a suburban family with a beautiful daughter, Winona Ryder, with whom Edward falls in love. None of Depp and Burton's other films have been quite as charming as Edward Scissorhands, number 3 on the list. Finding Neverland, 2004, IMDb rating 7.7. In 2004, Mark Forster directed and David Magee wrote the biographical picture Finding Neverland, which is based on Alan Nee's 1998 play The Man Who Was Peter Pan. Filmgoers who went into Finding Neverland anticipating another version of J.M. Barrie's famous Peter Pan were undoubtedly shocked to see a film about Barrie himself and how he came to compose the cherished children's classic. Depp, who has a well-deserved reputation for huge performances, portrays Barrie in a very restrained manner, with several critics remarking on how accurate the tone was in recreating Barrie. Depp received Best Actor nods from the Oscars, Golden Globes, and Screen Actors Guild. 2nd on the list, Pirates of the Caribbean series. Pirates of the Caribbean is a fantasy supernatural swashbuckler film series produced by Jerry Bruckheimer and based on Walt Disney's theme park attraction of the same name. Depp's decision to model his pirate Jack Sparrow after the unconventional rock hero Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones was lightning in a bottle. When some Disney execs saw the dailies, they were apparently taken aback by Depp's daring approach, with some wishing to halt production immediately, convinced it was going to fail. It was not a flop, and Depp's now iconic pirate is at the heart of what has grown into a 5-film franchise. Depp won the Best Actor award from the Screen Actors Guild for the first Pirates picture, The Curse of the Black Pearl, and was nominated for the Oscar and the Golden Globe, and for Pirates 2, 2006's Dead Man's Chest, earned Depp his 7th Golden Globe nomination. First place on the list, Donnie Brasco, 1997, IMDb rating 7.7, Donnie Brasco, a 1997 criminal drama film directed by Mike Newell, stars Al Pacino and Johnny Depp. Supporting cast included Michael Madsen, Bruno Kirby, James Russo, and Anne Heche. This plot pretends to be an undercover FBI agent infiltrates one of New York's 5 crime families, quickly rising through the ranks to bring it down for good. With numerous offbeat flicks under his belt, Depp's image changed abruptly in this true story of young FBI agent Joseph Pistone, Depp, who goes undercover as the Jewel Man, Donnie Brasco. Donnie eventually becomes entangled in the Bonanno crime family and the protege of geriatric boss Lefty Ruggiero, Al Pacino. Donnie Brasco did a lot for Depp's emerging career. It not only established that Depp, who was known mostly for arty films, could succeed in a genre film, but it also answered worries about whether he could keep up with the big players, and few are bigger than Al Pacino. That's it. Join us as we embark on a cinematic journey, exploring the silver screen's finest moments, one review at a time, because in the world of movies, the credits may roll, but the magic never truly fades away.